Paramshanti Bapuji. Welcome to this discussion. Today we have a question: who created death and why it was created? There are stories in Indian scriptures that the concept of death was by Brahma when the human population as well as negativity on earth multiplied extensively and earth could not bear the huge burden of this population and negativity. How you will explain this story of death written in our scriptures?
At first I would like to explain you about the creation of this earth as well as this Brahmand in a nutshell. In every video I generally tell about this. The creator of this Brahmand is Nirakari Shiv, that is Shiv in incorporeal form. Initially only Shiv existed in incorporeal form, and from this incorporeal form of Shiv, subtle form of Shiv, that is Akari Shiv, was created. Vishnu was created from Akari Shiv, and finally Brahma was created from the navel of Vishnu. Subsequently, through sankalpas or thought vibrations, Brahma created Saptarishis and 7 layers of our Brahmand. So in the beginning, the creations of Saptarishis by Brahma were called as Parampurush, whose soul was made of divine light or Paramprakash, and body was made of supreme elements or Paramtattva. Supreme elements mean supreme air, supreme ether, and supreme fire. Now 50 years of Brahma have already been elapsed. That means our Brahmand is 160 trillion human years old and Earth is 124 trillion human years old since the birth of Brahma. Why Earth was created? Earth is 5-element physical world comprising of heavier elements like water and earth content, whereas initially creation of Brahma was of supreme elements only. Initially only Parampurush were created by Saptarshis, and Parampurush subsequently created Paramprakriti from their internal power of their soul, just similar to Vishnu created Lakshmi from his arms.
Are all these stories or information correct?
Yes, whatever written in our scriptures about creation of this Brahmand is correct. The description of how the incorporeal Shiv created subtle or Akari Shiv and Akari Shiv created Vishnu etc. in our scriptures is very accurate. There is no ambiguity in this regard. I have seen all these creations through my divine vision in meditation by going back to the time of creation of our Brahmand.
Bapuji, now we want to know about onset of death on earth only, so please tell about death.
Before the onset of death on earth plane, one must know that the initial creation by Brahma was of supreme elements only. So initially there was no death in the beginning of creation of our Brahmand. Do you think that the Farishtas or Parampurush made from divine light and supreme elements would die?
This is a big question.
Whether the Farishtas or deities were subjected to death in earlier times. I am not telling about the deities of present time, but deities in the beginning of creation of our Brahmand. At present the lifespan of deities is 1 day of Brahma. That means during Kalp Parli the death of deities in Swarglok also takes place. Initially up to 10 years of Brahma in our Brahmand only Farishtas were there, and our Brahmand was full of supreme elements only, and at that time each and every creation in our Brahmand was from supreme elements only. Gradually the creation degraded from supreme elements to only simple 3 subtle elements such as ether, air, fire, by losing the purity in supreme elements. Hence deities were created with the bodies of these subtle elements only after degradation of supreme elements only. The creations in higher planes like Vakuntha and Ab were of supreme elements. But the process of degradation continued further, and finally human being as well as earth was created. Initially Brahma created earth with lighter elements to accommodate the human souls formed due to degradation of souls from deities. At the same time sun was also created, but initially sun was made of supreme fire elements only, so the radiation emitted by sun was of supreme fire only, which was very soft and soothing on human souls. Initially sun was revolving around earth to remove the darkness on earth plane only. Today the sun has also been degraded from supreme fire to only fire, so at present the radiation from sun is very harsh and hot, which is a property of fire element only. The deities from higher planes fell on earth, which was newly created at that point of time, and the deities transformed from 3 subtle elements to 5 physical elements on earth. In this way subtle creation was manifested as visible physical creation on earth plane. In this way large number of souls fell on earth plane and 5 elements human souls were created from deities who were once upon a time in higher planes. But at that time the human beings were not subjected to death, so there was no concept of death at that point of time in our Brahmand. At that time though human body was made of 5 elements, still body was very light. One must know the combination of elements of human body at that time. Initially when Farishtas were created their bodies were made of only supreme elements, only subsequently when they degraded to deities their bodies were made of combination of supreme elements and normal subtle elements, and at last when deities degraded to form human beings on earth then their body was made of 5 elements, but still there was small percentage of supreme elements exist at the core of human souls. Thus at that time human body was made of supreme elements at the core, then covered by 3 elements which further covered by outermost layer comprising of small percentage of heavier elements like water and earth. As the water and earth content was very less in the human body at that point of time, that's why at that time human soul had power to transform their physical body to subtle body or finer subtle body and go to higher plane as per their willpower. Hence at that time human souls had power to leave earth plane according to their willpower. So there was no requirement of death at that point of time. Up to first 10 years of Brahma the creation was made of supreme elements only, so there was no death, and subsequently after another 10 years of Brahma, that is up to first 20 years of Brahma, the human souls had power to leave earth plane as and when desire to leave earth plane arose in the souls. Hence up to 20 years of Brahma there was no concept of death in this Brahmand. So up to 10 years of Brahma after the creation of earth there was no death on earth plane, as the creation on earth was still pure on earth and of lighter elements only. After 20 years of Brahma and 10 years of creation of earth, creation is terms of Brahma's age, the content of supreme elements in human body became 0 or nil, and only 2 heavier elements and 3 normal subtle elements remained in human body. At that time gradually the elements on earth also became very heavy, accordingly human body also became heavy, and the cycle of yugas, that is sequence of Kshatriyugas such as Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga started on earth plane. Gradually the number of human souls on earth plane also increased tremendously due to fall of large number of souls from higher planes. The number of animals or variety of living beings other than human souls were also increased gradually on earth plane as time progresses, because human souls had created different type of living beings or animals through sankalps or thought power of souls for their entertainment on earth. So the number of creation on earth plane multiplied extensively, and a situation was created on earth that the souls who were continuously falling on earth plane from higher planes could neither have power to leave the earth plane according to their willpower, nor the human souls were subjected to death. At that point of time the power of human souls to leave earth plane as per their will did not exist, and the souls could not transform their body from physical to subtle or fine subtle form. Gradually the souls lost its power and soul became dark, called as tamopradhan. Initially soul was in pure form called as sato, then soul degraded and various types of impurities crept into the soul, then it was called as raju, and finally when soul lost all its purity, that is lost its complete power, then it became tamo. Only then Brahma established Yamlok to cause death to human souls on earth plane, as human souls became tamopradhan on earth plane. That was the time period, that is after 20 years of Brahma, the concept of death introduced on earth by Brahma. Yamlok was headed by Yamraj and assisted by members called as Yamdut, who were engaged in causing death to human souls on earth. Yamraj used to send the Yamdut to bring human souls from earth to Yamlok after the end of their lifespan on earth plane. The Yamdut used to bring these human souls from earth by forcefully dragging their souls from their bodies to Yamlok. Chitragupta in Yamlok used to keep all the karmic accounts of human souls on earth in a book form. Accordingly human souls were treated after death as per their karmic account in Yamlok. As per the karmic accounts, some human souls were sent to Swarglok and some to lower planes called Narak. At that time 7 lower planes called as Narak was also created to accommodate large number of highly degraded ignorant souls.
Bapuji, it is told that during Satya Yuga the average human life of on earth is 1 lakh years.
This is then case of Satyayuga of this present Chaturyuga, that is 28th Chaturyuga of second parad of Brahma, in which present Kali Yuga is continuing. The story of King Prithu what you are talking is in the Satya Yuga of this present Chaturyuga only.
That means even in the Satya Yuga of this present Chaturyuga King Prithu had ruled this earth for 40,000 years, and also lifespan of each human being was also around 1 lakh years, whereas at present time in this Kali Yuga lifespan of a person is hardly 100 years. Whether during Satya Yuga, Yamraj had to come to earth to drag the soul from human body after a lifespan of 1 lakh years of human souls.
No, during Satyayuga the soul used to have power to leave human body according to their willpower, so Yamraj had no role to play during Satya Yuga. The activity of Yamraj started from the middle of Treta Yuga. There is generally no work for Yamraj during Satyayuga, so there is complete vacation in Yamlok during Satyayuga. When there is Satyayuga on earth, then Yamraj and all its associates in Yamlok used to be on vacation.
Whether Yamraj is still working in present Kali Yuga?
No, all these systems did exist in our Brahmand earlier, not now. Just like earth, the whole Brahmand is subjected to changes as time progresses. Just imaging during these 30 years of Brahma how many cycles of Shatar Yuga, that is Satyayuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga have been completed. 30 years of Brahma means 930 Karab human years, or 93 trillion human years, so during this time span large numbers of cycles of Chaturyuga have already been completed on earth. At the same time many a time various types of destructions named as Ard Pralaya, Pralaya, Kalpralaya etc. have also taken place on earth.
When Brahmaji created death, along with it Brahma had also given blessing to death, that no curse could be inflicted on death by anybody. These are all stories written in some old religious books regarding the onset of death on earth. So death comes to a person when a person reaches his old age, but during Satya Yuga when the life of human souls on earth is 1 lakh years, that means old age never touches human body during Satya Yuga, whereas in Kali Yuga aging of human body becomes very fast.
Even today when human souls do penance and reach higher plane, and after attaining that stage again if a soul desires to come down, only then a soul comes on earth. But generally when a soul goes to higher plane by acquiring the real spiritual knowledge, then the soul never comes back to the earth, which is a world of death. Similarly the souls which had reached higher planes during Satyayuga but again traveled back to earth for the sake to stay for short period of time to experience earth plane, just like people on earth travel different places to view the beauty of place for their entertainment or to feel the difference. In this way certain souls had come on earth but could not go back to their original plane.
On earth when human body becomes very heavy, when souls is subjected entrapment of earthly attachments and illusions, under such conditions even in old age, that is till death, the souls are not ready to leave the human body. Only then the agents of Yamlok called Yamdut come on earth to take away the soul forcefully from the human body to Yamlok.
Many human souls wanted to go back to their original higher plane by giving up their physical body, but they did not have knowledge to separate their soul from their physical body in earlier time also. That's why the saints and sages came on earth, but they came on earth at a very later date after the creation of earth. So during the latter part of creation, that is after 20 years of Brahma, even though some human souls desired to leave the earth plane, but they could not, as they were ignorant of the process of taking souls to higher places above. At that period of time human souls called as saints or sages went to forest to stay in seclusion to understand the knowledge of relief from this earth plane and to travel to higher planes. So for obtaining salvation of soul from earth plane, these saints and sages aroused their Kundalini Shakti etc. in the forest through the process of meditation or various types of mantras.
But this is the practice what still present sages and saints also do.
Initially they tried many processes or theories to leave this earth plane in order to return to their original home in higher planes. This arousal of Kundalini process is present theory.
It may so happen that people in earlier days might have tried many methods for their salvation which are not mentioned in our scriptures.
Mostly scripture contain the events or stories of second parad of Brahma.
So, as per your description after the completion of Satya Yuga when the heaviness of inhuman body increased during Treta Yuga due to subjection of souls to earthly attachments and illusions. Due to strong attachment to body the soul did not desire to leave the body at any cost, only then the concept on death was brought on earth to take away the soul, as the earth was crowded with human souls beyond proportion and the heaviness of the load of human souls could not be borne by earth.
Initially Yamraj had to send Yamdut on earth to take away the souls forcefully from the human bodies, as every human soul was so strongly entangled in the illusion that nobody desired to leave their body on its own.
If we talk about animals other than human, whether Yamraj had also control over the death of animals also?
Yamraj had control on human souls only but not on animal life forms. In case of animals there is variety of animals. When the numbers of one category of animal is multiplied beyond proportion, then another animal is created by nature to eat the animal whose number has been multiplied beyond proportion. In this way one animal is created to eat others, so that a food chain is created and the number of animals in each category can be remained in balance. Thus variety of animals created on earth as time progresses on earth.
During Satya Yuga the soul could leave earth plane as per his or her willpower. The concept of death came into existence during Treta Yuga. Now in Kali Yuga the souls are completely in helpless condition because all the hospitals everywhere are full of patients who want to die but they cannot die due to their karmic bondages. Even Yamraj does not come to their rescue in Kali Yuga.
Now the system has been changed completely and there is no system like Yamraj for causing death to human being. If you compare present time with past systems, earlier various parts of earth was ruled by kings only, but now it has been replaced by democracy in almost all places except certain places like China. The change that takes place on earth comes from the subtle world only. So the system in subtle world in our Brahmand has been changed completely, so the system of Yamlok and Yamraj is not now in place in our Brahmand.
Bapuji, do you like to tell anything on death in this video?
No. Yamlok had a role in death on earth and there is nothing more than that.
People should see your video on Yamlok and people should get more idea on this. Thank you very much. I would like to thank our viewers for watching this video. You can get the list of all playlists below. We have 1,500 videos on our channel on various topics like life after death, creation of universe and multiverse, amazing world of ghosts, Kaki avatar, secrets of karma and many others. Also, requesting everybody to like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Our app is available on Google Play Store named Bapuji Dashrathbhai Patel, wherein you can get access to all our YouTube videos and playlists, books containing Bapuji's knowledge and other links. Do give your valuable views motivating us to keep making videos on new and unsolved topics. You can ask any questions or give any suggestions in the comment section below. Paramshanti Bapuji.
Paramshanti.